I've seen Grown Ups as well, as you might, or as you can see, it's not called Grown Up in the Danish release, but it is Grown Ups. I love Adam Sandler, and I especially love Rob Schneider. I know he ain't got many, or he doesn't have that many fans anymore, but I really love his work. And I also am a fan of both Chris Rock and Kevin James. I've never really gotten into David Spade's humor and kind of comedy, but 4 out of 5 comedians are pretty good. So it's about these 5 friends who have been friends for life, and now that their coach has died, they've decided to like rekindle the friendship and stay in this cabin and over the weekend, and yeah, that's like the main outline of the story, and just shit goes down from there. It's like there are so many jokes. All 5 top billed comedians have all their trademark jokes and trademark stuff in here, and just keeps on going, and like there isn't time to set up a joke, and there isn't time to properly execute the joke, because there are so many jokes, and that's both the problem and the best thing about the movie, because the problem is the jokes just don't get set up properly, and they don't get executed properly, and there are just so many. It's hard to really get all the jokes. But on the other hand, because there are so many jokes, the few you don't laugh at, other people might, and you might laugh at something other people don't. But all people will have a good time because there are so many jokes. You don't really have time to think about the bad jokes, because there will come one along that you will laugh at next. So that's a very, very good thing. But also, it's kind of the biggest problem with the movie. Just do their stuff. Kevin James looks like King of Queens, and the jokes are almost the same, and Rob Schneider is like Juice Bigelow all over again, and stuff like that. So it's the same jokes they do as you would expect from them. It's just that with the 5 comedians together, it's just really funny. But the overall story isn't that good, and just the sheer amount of jokes makes this a very funny movie, but on the other hand, a very unoriginal movie, and a movie that brings nothing to the table. It gives you nothing to think about. It gives you nothing new to go home with after you've seen it. But as a comedy, as a summer comedy, and a comedy to watch with your friends, like The Hangover and movies like that, it's very good, and I would definitely recommend it to comedy fans and to fans who wanna watch a movie with their friends who isn't into like heavy drama stuff, because I personally know that it's a movie I could watch with almost anyone and have a good time, and that ain't the case with so many of the heavy drama stuff that I also like to watch. On a rating from 1 to 5 stars, it gets 3, because it's a fun movie, but it doesn't reinvent the wheel, and it doesn't really do much for you. Well, I don't know how to. Yeah. And like I've said with so many other Blu Ray releases, it looks and sounds like you would expect. I know it's a very, very weak way to describe it, but it's just it's the way it is, you know. It looks like I wanted to look. It's not better than so many other releases, but it's not worse. It's just a very, very solid release, and it sounds good, but it's not the movie I would put on if I had to show my surround setup and how awesome it could sound, because it's not quite that good. But for the movie and the content of the movie, it serves the movie very well. I tried to watch it with the movie IQ turned on, but after loading for like 10 minutes, it said the server was down, and that's, yeah. It took 10 minutes to find out the server was down. That's just horrible. Yeah. Other than that, the extras aren't anything good. It's like it's those filler extras again. It's like they're made for you to go out and watch the movie, but now that you have bought it, you really don't want to see shit like that. I don't give a fuck about how good they were and how friendly they were when they made the movie. I want to know how it came to be and how the story came to be and stuff like that. But I know this ain't the movie where you can expect stuff like that in the extra features, and it isn't here. So yeah. But I would recommend it to anyone who loves a good comedy, comedy where you don't have to think about what's happening, because all the jokes are so explicit that you will get them. Yeah, it's just a good old time.